Hey everyone, Andre here from SWL, and I'm still busy testing this new XHDATA D-608 weather band. So I thought I would do a bit of a comparison between this one and the XHDATA D-109. The D-109 also exists in weatherband form. I don't have the weatherband version, and anyway, it's of no use to me because we don't have weatherband here in South Africa. But I can compare these two on the other bands. So I thought I would do a bit of a comparison now on shortwave. I think, to be honest, that these two radios probably are very similar inside. I don't think it's a coincidence that XHDATA released the D109 weather band, and then not too long after that, we got the D608 weather band. They pretty much cover the same bands. The pricing is very similar. I think there are differences in terms of speaker quality, possibly. The 608 has a very short antenna. It's quite a bit shorter than the D109. And of course, the D608, because it is an emergency radio, has various other functions that the D109 doesn't have. They both also have the Bluetooth functionality, the SD card functionality. You can use them as wireless speakers for your phone. So yeah, there are quite a lot of similarities between these two. So I'm really curious to see, on shortwave, whether they sound similar or whether there's a big difference. I'm going to do this only with the whip antennas. I want to show you how they sound out of the box. As you can see there on the screen, it's just about 1800 my local time. That is 1600 UTC. The sun is still up. I think this video might turn out to be a bit boring for some people. It's going to be quite long. I picked up some really interesting signals. Conditions were excellent. Voice of Korea in German, so not even beamed towards my direction. That came through. Voice of Korea in French, which I think is also not beamed in my direction. That came through. I picked up KNLS from Alaska in Russian and in Chinese, and various other signals. There are strong ones, there are weak ones. I specifically focus a bit on the weaker ones so that we can see how these different radios compare. I must say I cannot actually make a judgment call here. You have to listen and decide for yourself. There are clearly some signals where this one, I think it's the speaker, just sounds quite a bit better than the D109. This one. And then there are some where this one clearly sounds better. But I think in terms of speaker quality, in my opinion, this one definitely beats the D109. You can listen, and yeah, I'd like some comments. You can tell me what you think. Also, it's really surprising that both of them actually picked up, as I said, some very distant signals using whip antennas only. So that's quite spectacular. It was fun. This was an interesting scan. I think an interesting comparison. I think depending on, what you like your radio to sound like, that's going to be the judgment call for you. Because I think they were both pretty much equally sensitive on all those signals. I think the difference is only in the sound.
Much of it has been ignored by the world. Although I think the Palestinian issue is front and center of the world, and that is a very important achievement through this case brought by South Africa. The Israeli Defense Forces began military operations in the Palestinian territory after Hamas militants attacked Israel, killing about 1,200 people and taking others hostage on October 7. In a video statement released Friday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described the ICJ's conclusions as false and outrageous, saying Israel will continue to do what is necessary to defend itself. International news media report the Hamas leadership issued a statement calling the ruling an important development. Former U.S. diplomat John Stremlau told VOA Israel has previously ignored
curtail the violence against civilians in Gaza and push for a Palestinian state that is got integrity and got independence and got security, all the things that have eluded it for 75 years. And for the South Africans to raise this case is enormously important globally because of the parallels to apartheid. But I think it's unrealistic to think that the leadership in Israel or in the Palestinians right now is capable of the kind of enlightened inclusiveness that
Stephen Chan, professor of world politics at the University of London, told VOA the court's findings have increased pressure on Israel's allies, especially the United States, to make sure that Israel works much harder for peace.
Because as a hunter, you are not just take every resource or just kill an animal back to a village. Actually, you also need to think about a different thing. So they will not hunt the young small animal. So as a hunter, it's like they will have hunter philosophy how to doing this hunting thing. So I think from these forest experience, and also later on when he traveled to the Zhonghen, is one of the high mountain in Taiwan, where they are the mountains in the forest, and they feel actually during the nighttime the forest is not of course actually still it's dark, but not really black, dark black. It always has a different color, different light, and a different sounds. It's also connected to their traditional belief. They believe there are also always some fairies, some different spirits in the forest. So this, I think, is one of the message he wants to share in this production.
Yeah, and during the performance, Kujang says, for the most part, have their head covered by this red cloth. What was the significance of having the head covered?
The restaurant is a third-generation family-owned business. Inside the building, built during the Japanese occupation era, there are no remaining seats even long enough from the lunch hours. Across the cock stand in the middle of the courtyard, a number of tiny rooms can be seen. Today, the restaurant is managed by Kujang, the third-generation owner of the business. Miata was over Jinju Bibbon.
We use a lot of different kinds of namu. They would definitely add namu made of radish.
While in other regions most of the namu are stir-fried, in Jinju Bibimbap the namu are mostly blanched. Another noticeable thing is that all the vegetables are chopped so that they're each about an inch long. Kujang says she opened a Jinju-style restaurant in Seoul because she couldn't find a Jinju Bibimbap anywhere in the city. We asked her why the namu in Jinju Bibimbap are so short.
They says that when you scoop up a spoonful of a bibimbap after mixing all the rice and namu, nothing should flow over the spoon. They said that if the namu doesn't stay on the spoon but flow down below the spoon, it wouldn't qualify.
山大学の島添先生と一緒に実行旅しました。お二人どうもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
旅のご案内は運転手の私、ヨーロッパ企画本田力と同じくヨーロッパ企画社長の長野宗則でした。それではまた来週もご乗車願います。ごきげんよう。さよなら。
いや、團十郎カップルを踊ったですね。踊れた際の日本に実歌旅カップルをご紹介しました。ご案内は俳優の藤子さん、そしてゲストはアフリカ伝統弦楽器奏者のアニャンゴさん。では、続きまして、もっと光る君へアンコールです。大河ドラマ光る君へ。その魅力を出演者や制作スタッフもお伝えするコーナー、もっと光る君へ。いつもは後藤茂吉アンカーが担当する日の夜4時台にお送りしていますが、今日はアンコールでお聞きいただきます。
案内役の小林発信です。今日は
Also known as Canberra, and I identify as a white settler living on Stolen Land. Today I didn't celebrate. I see it, like many others, as a day of shame, of mourning. You know, there's a lot of discussion about changing the date, but I think at the heart of it is actually not about changing the date. It's the celebration of the and that, you know, we have a lot of unfinished business to do this year, and there's nothing to celebrate until colonisation ends, and that, you know, there's real justice for First Nations people. So, you know, today I spent it in protest. So there was a whole bunch of that went to the Steps of Parliament in protest.
校长说：“我从我的祖母大人面前逃出来。”耶和华的使者对他说：“你回到你自己那里，扶在他手上。”又说：“我必使你的后裔何其繁多，甚至不可胜数。”并说：“你农夫怀孕要生一个儿子，可以给他起名叫以实玛利，因为耶和华听见了你的苦情。他为人地上的有余，他的手要攻打人，人的手也要攻打他。他被住在，所以被提到蒂尔拉海来。这里正在加菲斯和巴列中间。后来大长给亚伯兰生了一个儿子，亚伯兰给他起名叫以实玛利。大长给亚伯兰生以实玛利的时候，亚伯兰年80。
Boni asila kata akhirnya kudorong untuk bila sebelum nama lagi abu ke kamu bina temboni abse kake amantu bagamara fene sababu re fene be boni kana ne fa ina fa sababu mu yam fene si anjir kunan ne asiran sura la mallana abse kake akhirnya bana bangkuna abse kala ni karena اوكي مثالي بردي مرحبا فوق مثلا ان شاء الله لك من نكون بين ويا لك بلا في لك
يا الدنيا ما هي جا يا الدنيا ما هي جا